Hey, welcome to a new episode of the Business Bosses podcast. Great that you're tuning in because we're dropping some business bomb knowledge here in the show. Hey, so today I want to teach you and tell you about the burn the bridges or burn the boats framework. Wow, very interesting. So why is that very interesting? So basically, we're going to look at how I would start or how I would, what I would do when I would start all over again. So let's say I don't have any money to my name. I don't have any equipment. I don't have anything. Like I'm just starting from zero. What would I do to start all over again? That's what I want to share with you today. Hey, and so if you haven't done already, subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you turn on the notification bell, give a like to this video, and let's dive into our content for today. So, okay, the framework of burning your bridges. If we want to move forward, this is super vital to understand. Because, this is what gets us out of the comfort zone. This is what gets me out of the comfort zone. I applied it a couple of times in my life, and it's not easy. That's why so few people really get to the successful point in life where they want to be. Because it's so hard to do. It's so freaking difficult. Basically, what you're just saying to yourself is, okay, what I'm doing right now is super cool, it's super comfortable, but I don't want to do that anymore. Even though I get all these benefits, I feel secure, I feel safe, I feel that all my needs are met, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to pursue something higher. Because that's usually what it is. People are, let's not say people, but let's talk about me. I for sure can feel very comfortable at times in my life, especially in Western society where basically everything is taken care of. It's very easy to fall in the trap of just doing the bare minimum, bare basics. That's how I went through school. I just did the bare minimum and nothing was really great, basically. So it's very tempting to stay in that comfort zone. And most people, they just stay in the comfort zone. They just stay where they are. And so what I would do if I would start all over, I would just burn my bridges. And so here's the story. At the end of 2016, beginning of 2017, I said to myself, okay, I'm going to burn my bridge. I'm going to never work for a boss anymore. Up until that point, I was looking in my life for the one thing, the one domino that would kick all the other dominoes in the field. And I couldn't find it. I thought I needed more knowledge. I thought I needed more strategy. I thought I needed more time. I needed more resources. All these things that we always hear about people. It's like, hey, why are you not starting a business? Yeah, because I'm this, that, whatever, right? It's always about the resources. And this is what I really learned from attending Tony Robbins' event. As you might know, I've attended a Tony Robbins event and it's really cool. And what I learned there is that when people always lack resource, they actually never really lack resource, but they lack the resourcefulness, as Tony says it, right? And I thought that's interesting because we can always find ways to get more resource. We can always find ways to get more time, to get more money, to get more people or whatever, right? There's always a way. But up until we're not going to do that, we're not going to get there. And I find that super powerful that once we're in that state of mind, once I'm in that state of mind of burning my bridges and just go for it, knowing that there's no way back. Once I do that, then I'm moving forward. Then I'm moving the needle forward. Only when the need is there. It's only when it's necessary. And so the framework of burning your bridges means that whatever you have in your life at this moment, whatever you feel comfortable in, but you want to do more, you want to step up to the next level, you want to start your own business, you want to be financially independent, but you will not take the first step because you're still holding yourself back or because there's something in your life that's still holding you back. And it can be a job, it can be maybe a relationship, something in your life, or maybe you just have too much savings that you feel too comfortable. Really look into that. And when I did that, for me, it was in 2017, I was still working for a boss. I knew that even though it was part-time or even was just a couple hours a week, I would still be dragged down by that work because there was no need, there was no push in, okay, you need to go for it because otherwise you will not make it. And so at that time, I made the commitment, the vow to myself. It's like, okay, hey, wait a second. I'm gonna never work for a boss anymore. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna go all in this entrepreneurship thing and not entrepreneurship. So I did that. It was super scary. It was super frightening, but I knew I took the right path because I knew there was no other way back. It was either swimming or it was drowning. And I didn't know, what am I going to say? I didn't have any other options. There was no way back for me. I made that commitment, that vow to me. And that led to me ultimately having my own business, being financially independent because I burned those bridges. You can watch the whole video here where I tell you about my story, how I did that and how I learned myself the skill of day trading because that's ultimately what lead to financial freedom for myself. But the framework that I'm talking about right now is what I used there. there is what I used to burn my bridges. I identified my job was holding me back, even though it was a part-time job, even just like a couple of hours a week. That was holding me back. So I had to cut off all these possibilities to get another job, to work in a job, to have a boss over me, because it was a distraction in my life. And I needed to have clear focus on my goals. And so when I burned that bridge, that's when I went 100%. And even though my first venture was not what I ended up doing, my first venture was online business. It was a blog. It was writing ebooks. And, I didn't succeed on that, but I succeeded on the second thing because I had this flexibility. If I still had my job, then I would probably think, okay, well, I tried it. Well, let's go back to the drawing board and let's just see what's next, what's going to be next. And so I did that once in 2017, and I did it another time in 2020. That was the time when I was living comfortable. I was doing great. I had a lot of savings from my cryptos, and I was just burning through my savings. And even though I could hold it out for a very long time, I was in a too comfortable position that I didn't like to, burn all my savings. And I knew that even though I'm enjoying my younger years, which is super cool, but I need to, set myself up for the long term. I'm not gonna do nothing until I'm 40. I want to do something. And so that when I'm 30, 35, that then I can take time off for the rest of my life if I want to, right? And so again, I made another commitment. I burned my bridges. I said the money that I have now, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 months of savings. I said, okay, once this money is empty, the rest I'm gonna put aside. And once this saving pot is empty, I'm done. I cannot take any more money out of my other investment savings. So it put me in a position where I had to work. I had to do something in order to create more income. And again, it was super frightening, but I trusted on the process, that on the framework of burning my bridges, that it will be all right. There will be something. I don't know what it will be, but it will be something, and it will help me greatly, and I will get another income. And this is a really cool concept that I don't hear a lot of people talk about this whole framework, but I think it's the number one equation in whether people make it or not make it. It's, are they hungry enough? Are they beaten down enough? Are they in that position where they must succeed, where it is a must, where they have to do it, and it's not optional? And so if you are in that position, then I would say, look at what is your situation. What is holding you back right now? What is making you too comfortable to do it? Maybe it's even an addiction. Maybe it's your social media addiction, or maybe it's gaming addiction, or any other thing, right? It doesn't have to be a job, but is there something that's holding you back from doing what you should be doing? Put it in a different perspective, okay? Look at your life and then think about all the aspects you have. And then which one can you take out and will make you feel uncomfortable, right? Let's say you have social media addiction. It's just very simple. Let's say that. If you take it out, would you feel uncomfortable? Maybe in the beginning, maybe not. Would it push you to do the thing you want to do? Let's say your goal is starting a business, right? Would it push you to start a business? If it's yes, then do that. But don't lie to yourself, because probably it's something else. I mean, it could be that, could be social media addiction, could be something else, but it could also be that you are too comfortable. You have your job, you have your cushion, you have your savings. It's usually something that's, keeps you comfortable. And once you remove that out of your life, and that's the scary part, that removing, because it's gonna be you're going to fight against yourself. You're going to think that, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I just going back? Why am I pushing myself? Why am I making it harder for myself? Because your brain thinks it needs to become easier. Your brain thinks, hey, I need more resources. I need more comfortableness. I need more whatever, so I can do that. But how many times did that work out? Never. It always never works out. It's when there's a lack of certain things, that's when you're going to try to fill that void. And so what I did, second time, 2020. Right? I told you I had to make an income. That's when I found my social media business, the one that I currently have right now. I was looking and I was trying, okay, I can do it myself, start a business. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to try it. I can do it. Or I'm going to invest the money that I have and put it into a business. And so that's what I did. And I kid you not, on the exact date, like the exact month that I would run out of my savings, the savings that I had allocated for personal expenses and fun expenses, right? On the month it ran out, that was the month I could turn profit from my business and take some money out. It's amazing, right? Like when I realized that, like whoops, I did it again. No, but that's like true, because I burned my bridges. I used that framework. What I'm teaching you right now here is I burned the bridges. There was no other way back. And so that's what I would do if I would start over again. Even though it's like funny, right? I say like, okay, you already have nothing when you start over again. So yeah, because that's where I'm at. I'm like, I want to go into the world. I want to hustle. I want to speak to people. I want to deliver a good service. I want to, I don't know what. It will probably be something with trading or with social media or conversion or marketing, but I would just bust it out, the bam, 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 until I'm at the position where I'm comfortable and when I can feel, okay, like now I can take some rest, but then do it all over again. Then burn the bridges. Like, what's making me comfortable? Okay, it's the money that I have. Okay, set it aside, invest it into something, spend it all, and go again. And that's the secret, I believe, to wealth, is people that find a way to stay out of their comfort zone, to push themselves again and again and again, where they take out their comfortable position, they take it out of their life, and then they know they're in a situation where they need to push themselves. Even like billionaires, that's how billionaires do it. Why do you think they put themselves on a salary for $1, right? They don't need the money, and they know they're gonna be comfortable. And some people will say, well, they get dividends or they have their stocks. Yeah, of course, but they reinvest it. Like Elon Musk, he doesn't care about money. He's not worried about money the way normal people do. He just reinvests all the time. Reinvest. Amazon, they reinvest. Expansion. They're just expanding. They're not worried about their little savings, their little 10K, 20K, 50K. When their refrigerator is broken or their car is broken, they're not worried about that. They're worried about expansion. How do I get more to other people? How do I get my product in front of more people? That's amazing. Don't you want to adopt this mindset if you're starting your own business? So learn principle, learn the framework of burning your bridges. And that's what I would do if I would start all over. So hey, speaking about frameworks and principles, I made an ebook, free ebook you can download in the link here below. It teaches you about the 12 principles of money. Principles that wealthy people use every day. They have been using it for hundreds of years to create wealth for themselves and for their families. And I put all these principles, these 12 principles, in one ebook. You can download it for free. So go down in the description and fill in your email address and we'll send it straight to your inbox for free. Hey, so this was the episode for today, the Business Bosses podcast for today. If you haven't done so, subscribe and turn on the notification bell and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching and God bless.